going on? You are tuning into Kick 'em Pick 'em Gambling Show brought to you by TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. With me, Mr. BurrOaks. Oaks, what it do?
Shit, man. A little bit of a rough day on the pitch today. Luton couldn't get a goal. Nobody scored in Brentford Brighton. Nice Aston Villa to get a goal.
Shout out Aston Villa for, not shitting the bed and giving us a goal. No comment, Arsenal fans. Guess it isn't that hard to score against Manchester City. No, I won't go there. Good game, Arsenal, Man U. I'll go into you guys on FUs a little bit, but
Fiorentina, Atalanta was also ass. Like, that game fucking sucked.
I don't know what Atalanta's been doing with their kit game recently. Like, even the Napoli game when they were in red. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You ruined what could have been a beautiful kit game.
Yeah, but they won the game.
True. Starboy Madrid. You welcome, Arsenal. No big deal, guys. We got you. Good point, Jake. But, let's get into it. You guys know how we do it. FUs, get some stuff off our chest. Oaks, I'll let you start because I only have like 4, and one is just going to be me complaining about an ex-Barcelona coach, which I feel like happens weekly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start with Chelsea, because what the fuck are you doing? Up a man versus Burnley, and you can't secure the bag at home on the bridge. You're pretty fucking useless there, Chelsea. Sorry, Stink, if you're watching. But yeah, Chelsea, that was embarrassing as fuck. I don't know. Tottenham probably should have done better, especially at home. They did get the win 2-1, but you got to do a little bit better there. Brentford, Man U, for being completely unwatchable and boring until stoppage time when everybody wanted to fight for no reason, and then there were 2 goals. So
hold on, I'm only giving credit. I don't know if that's a fuck you or just giving credit to Casemiro for making the game interesting again in the final 15, 20 minutes that he played.
Yeah, Lyon for tying 1-1. So fuck you, Lyon. Shout out Leverkusen for the comeback. A little bit less of a fuck you. RB Leipzig, do something at home. You played a 0-0 with Mainz at home, so you're pretty embarrassing. Byron not scoring a single goal. Kane not scoring against Dortmund or Leverkusen this season. Yikes, buddy. That's embarrassing. Napoli, you're dead to me. I'm sorry, Mike, the producer, if you're watching. I apologize, but this Napoli team is dead. I don't want to hear about them anymore. Juve, what the fuck was that versus Lazio? You are an embarrassment. Sevilla dropping into a low block and blowing my corners spread. Fuck them for that. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Let me check Sunday real quick. See if there's anything. Man City, Arsenal, just everybody wants 2.5 hours of their life back. That was the biggest waste of time I think any of us could have ever imagined. Just horrible game. And don't even try and tell me that, it was good tactics. It was, there are good 0-0 games out there. Yeah, there are. And that wasn't one of them. So that was complete trash. Marseille, whatever. I didn't really think they were going to win, but I just wanted to be oppo of leg there. Girona Batiste was the best game of the weekend. If you didn't watch it, shame on you.
That game was sick.
Yeah, that game was fucking sick. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I guess a little small fuck you for Easter, making me drive during the Madrid game, so I didn't watch. I just listened on the radio.
I like Sam's taking a very political approach here, staying in between. Like, hey, man, that was a great game for us. So this is how I'm going to put it, because my fuck yous, Man City versus Arsenal, is definitely at the top. If you had any type of invested interest in that game, then you were locked in. That game was you were sweating, your heart went up and down, all that jazz. If you're neutral, that shit was garbage. You're looking at the two what should have been the top clash in England, 1 and 2 going at it. And it just was another stalemate where we watched Erling Haaland, who's the goal scoring robot, not even get another shot on target. And then no offense, and I tried to jinx Odegaard into playing a good game, but Martin Odegaard ghosted another big game. I'm glad he scored against Luton today, though. But big game Marty, little disappointing as a neutral and a Madrid fan, hoping that maybe one of our star boys is going to give me something to watch here. We would see what happened. What up, Bryce? I also thought that said Brazil. I didn't realize it said basil, so I liked it a lot more before it sounded more. Now it sounds more delicious, though. Next one I got is Juventus. You let Lazio beat you, which shout out to our boy Nick. We'll probably have him on for our UCL preview, who called exactly what was going to happen, which he called like Lazio's last 4 results back in December, where he was like, they're going to squeeze out a win against this guy, and this guy, and then they're going to lose 2-0 without a shot on target versus Juventus in the Coppa Italia. And that's fucking exactly what happened. Like, to a T, exactly what happened. Juventus. You made me look silly, and I took all the odds in the midweek game or the weekend game versus Lazio for you to absolutely shit the bed and give me nothing to look forward to. And then I think, oh, well, I guess they're literally resting Vlahovic because this is the only fucking trophy they can get. So did I take Vlahovic the next game against Lazio? Did I take Juve on the money line? Did I take McKennie on an assist? Yes. Thanks for that. But fuck you guys for that weekend where you made me sweat a little bit. You made people on Twitter talk a little shit to me like, oh, you really back Juventus? Have you seen them play? Yeah. Have you seen Lazio play? Come on now, guys. What the fuck are we doing here? So Juve, the fact that I have to go and defend you on the internet against Lazio fans, let's all just relax for a second. My next one's Napoli. Score a fucking goal. Just one. Just one. You don't have to win. You don't even have to compete. Just score me one fucking goal. And if you watch 90 minutes of that match, Victor Osimhen, holy shit, Victor Osimhen is fucked. If he doesn't leave this summer, his career might be fucked unless they get a whole new manager, buy a whole new back line, and get some other midfielders besides Anguissa that can play competent football again. Because, man, does it just look sad watching him just sprint up and down, chase every single rock. And if you have any type of back line that can handle press, it's really just watching poor Osimhen run for fucking 90 minutes with absolutely no help. Special K, I hope you enjoyed that win against Poland. You're going to be playing in the Euros. That's cool. Now you play for Napoli again. So if we could, do anything offensively, that would be great because I'm definitely going to take Napoli again. They get a great number. My last one's Luis Enrique. Don't ever fucking take Mbappe out again. And the people that see Mbappe posting on Instagram after being upset and then saying how he ruined the club, you're the worst thing about football, and your manager's a little bitch. So what's even worse is like you subbed in Goncalo Ramos, and we know you fucking hate him. The disrespect that you're gonna take out Kylian Mbappe pretty much at half, and then put in fucking Goncalo Ramos in his last El Clasique over in France because he is leaving PSG. I'm sorry it's like that. I know, Enrique, you're now doing interviews going, damn, I wish he wouldn't leave us. Like, maybe he'll still change his mind. Yo, let him make that announcement. Shut the hell up and stop subbing him out of games, you dickhead. And then you take him again the following game because he's mad, and then he does score first every time. So I will shout him out for that. But fuck you, Luis Enrique. And that's all I got for you.
I got another one. This one's today, though. I just looked. Palmeiras isn't starting Hendricks, so fuck them.
Oh.
They're still going to win, but fuck them.
Nah, dude, fuck that. I put my Hendrick goal in hours ago. I saw odds and I was like, yeah, I'll forget about that.
If anybody's jonesing for some soccer action, I just took Colo Colo at -1 time.
Yeah, I'm on Cola, and then I parlayed that with Fluminense and I think Palmeiras. So
yeah,
I think is back in full swing.
I think I'm gonna play all of them straight. I like Fluminense and I like Palmeiras.
Yeah, all the numbers are also awesome right now. So Copa Libertadores, if you need a bet for right now, South American football at its finest. Let's get into the weekend. We have a Spanish-less slate, and I say that with the very final game that we're going to talk about being a Spanish game because we got the Copa del Rey final. But, when I look at and I see no Girona, no Real Madrid, no Real Betis, no Barcelona, no like, oh man, just kind of like football wise, just kind of feels like a smack in the face. I'll take the extra break because we got Man City coming up. I already see Pep bitching about that, so that's always just fun too. Watching Pep like create his excuses before the match even happens. But let's get into this EPL slate. We have a Thursday game, which is where we're going to start off. It's Chelsea versus Manchester United at the Bridge. The numbers are fucking fantastic for Manchester United, and I know that back line, they're in a Newcastle type of situation where it's just a shambles. But it's Chelsea at the Bridge. We've watched way worse teams come out of there with a point, maybe even 3. Man U on the double chance minus 120 seems almost too fucking easy. If Casemiro is back, and I'm not giving Mason Mount any credit, that goal that he scored and that ended up being the game tying goal, since it wasn't a game winner. That was pretty much the best you're going to see from Mason Mount over the next 2 months. But enjoy that moment, Man U, where you guys thought, hey, maybe we didn't waste 60 mil. But Casemiro, Maino, Scott McTominay, that is the attack. Mason Mount, if you fuck this up and I don't see him exhaust, then I'm going to lose full faith in Manchester United again. But Højlund's balling again. A little bit of a quiet weekend from Garnacho, but I expect him to step up again once he gets into the Bridge. He seems like, I don't know why, but Garnacho already seems like Manchester United's a big game player. I don't know what it is about him that makes me think that, because he had an absolute stinker last week against just a Brentford side. But there's something about him where I think it's like he wants to have that CR7 gene so bad that I believe him the way that he's pushing it. But I like Man U double chance. I like both teams to score. And I would bet everything on Højlund. I think that he's going to be coming back hot here.
Yeah, sorry. I found out that DK is live streaming all of the Libertadores and the Sudamericana games. So I'm trying to let my buddy know, who was like, yo, where do I watch this? I'm like, unfortunately, it's only on fucking BN Sports. But yeah, DraftKings has them all. So we're on Colo Colo, Palmares. I was thinking about taking Boca Juniors, even though I know that would piss leg off, but they're playing in Bolivia at altitude, so I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Also, Sasha for Bragantino probably should score. He's the starting 9 there, but like they're minus 360 at home, so I don't even know if that's a bettable number. Anyway, Chelsea, Man U. I don't know. At the Bridge, this should probably be good. Both teams to score over 2.5 is minus 210. So suck my fucking dick on that. There's not a lot of angles here until I get lineups and see player props.
Hold on. Someone sent me a shirt that says Holland dazed and confused, and now I need this shirt. They're distracting me with Eggs Benedict, bro. How do they do this? All right, next one I got for you. Aston Villa versus Brentford. We're going to be throwing a lot of English and Italian and German football at you this week with my lack of Spanish football. But I think this game is going to be an absolute banger, and I'm even excited about the jersey clash we got going on here. I don't know where Aston Villa is going to go with it, but I know Brentford's been keeping it classy with either black kits or the red and white stripes. Aston Villa is the one with the ugly-ass kits, but I expect something special to happen here. Aston Villa versus Brentford. I also don't really know what argument I'm giving for Aston Villa, since their home record has now been absolutely shattered and they've been disrespected at home so many times that I can't say it anymore. But Brentford has just been playing like absolute shit. I'm going to keep blindly betting Ivan Toney goals pretty much for Brentford, even though he's let me down week after week. He does keep hitting shots on target for me, and I feel bad for the amount of posts that I see listed for him too. But Aston Villa at home again, I think they might have got humbled a little bit by Man City here after a big win, but Brentford has been playing so bad. I don't know how you really go against Aston Villa here. I think Brentford will be able to get a goal, but Aston Villa money line, both teams to score maybe, so you get a plus sign. Oaks, what do you got in this game?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm off the tuning train right now. I didn't bite today at plus 130. I don't know if his number is really, really good again. Like we're talking like plus 250 or better away at Aston Villa. I might look into that. Otherwise, this is another garbage game. Like, I'm sorry, it's not garbage viewership wise. Like, it's gonna be fun to watch, and there's a lot of good stuff going on in these games. But I'm not paying minus 185 for 3 goals. Like, it's just not fucking happening. Especially when Brentford can't score recently, and it's not like I think Villa's some sort of wagon. So I think this might be an unders game because England, your league is so trash that your lines are 3.5 now. So yeah, you're a farmers league. You're Germany. You're bad. This is terrible. It's terrible gambling numbers.
All right, moving on. Next one I got for you. Fulham versus Newcastle. I think what makes this the most fun is that Newcastle's back line is just in such a disarray that I don't even know who the fuck's going to be back there. You got between Dewsbury Hall, between Kraft, who's also pretty terrible, Shaw back there. We got our boy Dan Burns back there. And what's even worse is that you don't know where they're even playing if they are playing on that back line. It's not a ton of options. I think Demet even got some time over the weekend when they took out Dewsbury Hall, or maybe that was yesterday in that bullshit tie to Everton. But this is a bounce back game for both of these guys. Muniz, who, I love a Brazilian striker. This guy went from scoring that bicycle kick to then taking fucking like 5 shots and not hitting me 1 on target. So I'm 50-50 on him. I know he tries really hard, but when he's not scoring goals, he's doing fuck all. He completed 4 passes last week. 4. You are the main attacker and played for 90 minutes. You had to take the tap like 2 or 3 times. So how the fuck did you only complete 4 passes, brother? What are we doing here? So I lead Newcastle with that back line looking like that. I am shocked that Newcastle is able to even get results with how their back line looks. Harvey Barnes and Isak are easy bets for me. I like Harvey Barnes to score assists and Isak to score. He's scored in the last 4 games. I think he's got 4 or 5 goals in his last 4 matches. So a couple of them from the spot. He does take penalties. And holy shit, he makes his penalty kicks. I know we can't say that about everyone. So I like Newcastle here. Isak, Harvey Barnes. Somehow Murphy is still starting out wide, and it's just shocking to me. Almiron subbed in and then got hurt 9 minutes later. It really is just bad over at Newcastle.
Yeah, it's super bad over at Newcastle. Nobody's healthy. It's just it's a shame. I don't know. I hit the Newcastle under the other day when they played Everton, so that was nice. Yeah, I mean, Isak's hot right now. That shouldn't surprise anybody. We've been talking about Isak since he first kind of broke into the Sociedad lineup. He's an absolute stud. But somebody's got to get him the ball. And the problem I see with Newcastle right now is they're not keeping the ball very much. They don't have a ton of stuff going on up top. He's scored a couple of nice ones from the penalty spot, which is great. But I can't depend on Newcastle to be picking up penalties away from home at Fulham, which is a tough place to play. So, yeah, can Newcastle win this game? Sure, but this mostly feels like a 1-1 draw to me. I'm not ready to buy, but I'm not going to buy into Newcastle until I see them put together a starting 11 that plays together for more than 30 minutes in a row.
They're at the point now where it's kind of like the replacements where we all know they're not as good, and on paper it looks really bad, but there's some sort of chemistry in that locker room happening right now where they're just fucking scraping out results. If they would have gotten that win against Everton, if they got that goal that got VAR back, I would give them so much credit for how just absolutely shit that roster is to have to deal with right now. That's why the people that try to tell me Eddie Howe out, I think are some of the dumbest people. I'm just like, who are you getting is going to get you a better job with what he's had to deal with? That's like the people that complain to me about injuries, period. And then I'm like, I'm a Real Madrid fan. Oh, Dan, that would suck losing your starting goalkeeper and starting center back for the season. I would hate to see that. Can't even imagine. Next one we got Brighton versus Arsenal. I actually think that this is a somewhat bettable number on Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I'm making a little parlay here to make it look a little sexier. Even just Arsenal money line over 1.5 gets you to -120. I like that number a lot, especially because Arsenal is now at a point in their season where they cannot make any mistakes, and it's not technically in their hands. So they have to kind of be perfect for these last 8 or 9 games. And Brighton begs to get their ass beat a lot. They just steady, just how they play. Like they'll play competitive football for a little bit. You'll see Danny Welbeck score in the first 2 minutes, and then they'll just get fucking spanked. Like anytime you see Brighton go up early, it's a good time to bet whatever team on paper is better than them, because on paper they're better than them for a fucking reason, and it's because Brighton folds like a fucking omelet every fucking game. De Zerbi ball, I respect it. I don't think they have enough players or enough depth for what he's trying to do longevity wise, because they're Brighton and they are a feeder club, which is why his entire midfield got fucking stripped away from him. And Arsenal is here to handle business. So Arsenal money line over 1.5. I wouldn't even play Saka this week if I was them, but I know it's Arsenal, so they probably will. Trossard and Kai Havertz until I die. I've put my faith in Kai Havertz, and he's delivered to me twice now. One was a shot on target. It was to score assist today. What a guy. Good guy.
Yeah. Arsenal plus over 1.5 at -120 is a very bettable number. I don't want to say no respect for Brighton, but when you sell $250 million worth of your team and don't have a bunch of people to replace them, this is kind of what happens to you, Brighton. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, Arsenal and over 1.5 at -120 is a very playable number. So,
all right, last one. Probably one of my favorites: Man U versus Liverpool. So, unfortunately, for all my friends who know that I'm not a huge fan of Liverpool and they support Manchester United, and I have the utmost respect for you guys. You got your lucky win against Liverpool. So now they're probably going to beat your ass. You're on the Klopp farewell tour still. You took the trophy away from this man. He did not forget that. He's a very petty man. I don't know if you've seen him do interviews and just the amount of shit that he talks to journalists and whatnot. But yeah, Liverpool money line -140. I don't care. I'll eat any juice on Liverpool. I would be shocked if Man U can get another result against Liverpool. I don't really care that it's at home, and the fact that they're gonna have to play Chelsea tomorrow at the Bridge and then they're at the Bridge and then come back and have to defend against Liverpool. They're not the type of team that if they get this result against Chelsea, it's like, oh, let's keep it rolling. Or if they lose, it's like, oh, well, we'll get it back against Liverpool. No, they seem like they're peaking right now. And another injury to Lisandro Martinez, another injury to this guy, Varane, out with concussion symptoms. Oh, that what was coming back for your back line is now just going downhill again. So now we're going to see another makeshift back line for Manchester United, and Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, and Luis Diaz are probably going to absolutely take advantage of it. The fact that it's Liverpool money line at like -140 and it's at your crib too isn't really a good look, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's pool all day. -135 I found, and it is a lot of juice, but I don't care, man. You're definitely not good enough to beat this pool team. So that's all I got. I wish you were. Not really. I don't care about you, to be honest. I wish Cass the best of luck. I like
Casemiro yellow card. Lock it in.
But yeah, other than that, it's Liverpool by 1 million here. I might even take pool team total over 1.5, over 2.5. I might fucking ladder Liverpool first half shit too, just because I think that they're going to come out here and absolutely spank Man U.
Well, the other problem is that any Man U fans that want to argue that, I do have a result that I can go back and look at when they were at your crib. And I can pretty much say whatever line, whatever attacker I want to score when you let up 7 at your own crib, and then that team's about to play you again the next year. So, just little things where it's like, hold on, guys. This is going to be a tough week for Manchester United fans. Love you guys, but I did watch them put up 7 around this same time last year. So we'll just keep it in mind. Moving on, we're going to Italy.
I know you said that was the last English game, but I definitely think Nottingham Forest can score versus Tottenham, who hasn't kept a clean sheet in 6 months, 8 months.
I watched Tottenham's last 2 games, and I just really did not feel like speaking about them. I'll be honest.
That's fair. Tottenham probably wins, but both teams to score over 2.5 at -120, I think, is a great price. It's one of the only fucking games in England where you can actually get both teams to score over 2.5 at a reasonable number besides Luton versus Bournemouth. So yeah, I think that Nottingham can definitely come away with a goal there. So I like both teams to score over 2.5 at -120.
Listen to just these last 6 results from Tottenham, and you'll realize why I have not.
Oh yeah, no, they're ass. They're bad.
2-1 loss to Wolves at home, 3-1 win at home to Palace, 4-0 win at Aston Villa, 3-0 loss at Fulham, 2-1 win over Luton, and then you tie West Ham. So if anyone can look at that and these last couple games that they've played and give me any sort of consistencies or what would make you faithful in Tottenham winning a game, let me know.
They're good at home. That's my thing.
Yeah, but also I just watched them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're keeping a clean sheet. I just know that they're better at home, and I think they're going to need at least 2 to win. So both teams to score over 2.5 at -120 feels very. At
least they don't draw at home. If they fuck up, they lose at least. That's what I do respect about them. All right, going over to Italy. We got a Rome derby. Roma is home in the stadium that they fucking share. So I always like when they do that. It's kind of like when Milan or Inter are home or away. It's like, okay, what? So your fans just switch seats or something? But I think this is what? This is Daniele De Rossi's first game in charge for the Rome derby. So I'm looking forward to this one. I got Roma money line. It's sitting at +120. I do know how Lazio plays. I do know the results Roma has had, and I know how Daniele De Rossi is going to command this locker room, and I don't really know how you'd bet against him against this fucking bum-ass Lazio team. Immobile is a shell of himself. I think Totti makes him nervous, bro. I think Totti makes him nervous. He's like, hold on, is this guy challenging me for my job? Does he know that this is Italy? I run shit here. Those penalty kicks, that's me. You ever seen somebody hit from 12 yards like me?
Yeah, listen, you guys know how I feel about Lazio. I have very little respect for them. Roma on the money line at +123 is just a way too good of a number to pass up. Yeah, they did have a little stumble either midweek or over the weekend. I can't remember which. Did they play Monday? I know they didn't play any Sunday games because of Easter in Italy. So, yeah, I think they did play
on Monday and should have easily
0-0. Yeah, they played
maybe
0.
50 bajillion shots.
Yeah, they didn't play Dybala. Lukaku just couldn't get any fucking service. I don't know. They need Pellegrino back. But yeah, I don't know.
Shot on target hit though. Shout out Paredes.
So yeah, I like Roma here.
For sure. I like Lukaku to score, and if Dybala's gonna play, I would take him to score assist also. Next one we got Frosinone versus Bologna. Now, I know Nick went off on a whole tangent on Twitter about how, hey, if y'all, are you guys watching this Bologna game at 6 a.m. like the rest of us? Welcome to the fucking club. Now you know who Orsolini is. Orsolini, absolute weapon, Italian stallion. God damn, this man burst onto the scene. Nick has been raving about him, so I'm giving Nick credit again. He's one of those guys where you watch him once and you're like, oh, yeah, this guy's this entire team's offense. He's linking up with Joshua Zirkzee up there, and it's just been working for Bologna. I like Bologna on the money line here. Orsolini and Zirkzee are my go-to guys. Scorers, shots on target for both of them. I like Zirkzee mostly for goals, but, he'll get an assist here and there. Bologna, though. Frosinone, I don't know if it's their kick game or something, but something about them feels disrespectful, and I don't like them. That's all I'll say about Frosinone. It's the only nice thing I have to say about them. They didn't play Jesus Renier enough for me. So the disrespect goes deep.
Yeah, look, Bologna have a lot of trouble keeping clean sheets on the road, so I am going to take both teams to score here. It's at minus 128, so it might be a little juice to play as a straight. If you don't like that, then over 2.5 is at minus 110. I think that's fine for a straight as well. But yeah, both teams to score over 2.5 at a plus number. If that's your thing, then go ahead and take that. I don't see how this game stays under 3. I don't see how Bologna just very rarely keeps a clean sheet on the road. And though we are going to give Nick all the credit, rightfully so, for Orsolini, if you guys don't remember back on January 10th when he had a fucking hat trick and got a perfect 10 on his match score, we've been gassing up Orsolini plenty this season too. He is the man. Don't sleep on this Bologna squad. He had that little muscle injury. So yeah, Orsolini, when he's playing and when he's healthy, is a stud. Fortaleza just scored, by the way. So yeah, I like both teams to score. I like over 2.5 here.
Yeah, respectfully, fuck Fortaleza.
Facts, but they will. Yeah, I forget you hate Fortaleza.
Yeah, respectfully.
It's not like you're out here cheering for Paraguayan teams over Brazilian
right,
teams.
I'm not, but it's still, I don't fuck Fortaleza at all. Last Italian game I got for you guys. It's Juve versus Fiorentina. One of my favorites, honestly, because Juve somehow ends up with a lot of Fiorentina's guys on their roster, and I still think it's funny that Fiorentina is very petty about it. Fiorentina always brings their toughest game to Juventus, and Juventus still somehow wins every time. And I keep saying how it's going to be a Vlahovic-Chiesa revenge game, but then Vlahovic won't start. But I don't know how they wouldn't start him now. He's not injured. He's cooking again. He's been carrying you guys in goals. And why is there some sort of like clause in his contract that you wouldn't start him? So anyway, Vlahovic, if he starts, I'm taking Vlahovic. I would take Chiesa for shots on target, shots outside the box to score assists just because of the Fiorentina link. Realistically, though, Weston McKennie is running it up in assists. Do not sleep on Weston assists. And the number is always fantastic because Vegas has been sleeping on him.
Yeah,
I throw a fucking latte on fucking Weston and still showed up with like almost like quadruple my money. So I don't know why they keep putting it up so high.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. If you think that I am done betting Weston McKennie assists after he got 2 last game, or at least 1.
Oh, he had 2?
I think 2 might not have showed up on the score sheet, but it might have been a FanDuel 2 kind of, John. But yeah, if you think I'm going to stop betting Weston McKennie after they offered to extend him, but he had to take a pay cut, and then he just keeps fucking assisting goals right in motherfuckers' faces. Yeah, you got me fucked up. No, I do not respect Fiorentina here. I am absolutely taking Juve on the money line at minus 120. And then in like an asterisk that I have, it says, unless Allegri fucks with the lineup again, because if you run out that dog shit lineup that you did on Saturday, there's no way I'm going near Juve.
I'm telling you, anytime I see Moretti in the starting lineup, I'm just like, they're going to fucking lose today, aren't they? Or tie. And I'm going to have to watch a fucking 0-0 or 1-1 Juve game. Great. Anyway, we're going over to Germany now. Germany, honestly, I love every single game and they're decent numbers. So, first one I got for you, Freiburg versus Leipzig. I think Oaks said it maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. Leipzig is ass away from home. I don't know what they're doing away from home. They'll like pull results here and there, but it's almost to like a Mainz effect, to like an Aston Villa Valencia effect, where when I see them away, I have to like make sure that like I make sure to downgrade them like 3 levels because they're not their own fucking stadium. And Freiburg ain't no slouch. Freiburg is fighting for a top spot. They're fighting for a European spot as well. So this is going to be a long fucking day for Leipzig. I think my biggest issue with Leipzig also is that who is your strike partnership? Are we going with Sesko and Openda? Are we going with Openda and Poulsen? Like, are we going with Openda and Xavi Simons? And it's really like a center forward, not a striker partnership. Like, what are you doing? You need a little bit of consistency here, man. And also, I think that their coach is a little bit of a bitch after the Madrid matchup, complaining about the refs. You know, welcome to Spain, dude. We have shitty ass refs. I don't know what to tell you. Also, that was the correct call, so shut up. So I'm leaning Freiburg here. on just getting a better number, like a draw no bet and a way safer number, because Leipzig, they'll come out, they'll score early, they'll take a lead, and they never fucking hold their lead away from home. So I have zero faith in them.
Yeah, I think this is a good fade Leipzig spot on the road. They clearly don't have a lot of cohesion. They played a home game. They didn't score last game. Yeah, I mean, this Leipzig team, their roster, a ton of turnover. You fired Jesse Marsch when you shouldn't have. Then you got in another coach who got you bounced from Champions League immediately. Then you were in Champions League and you didn't play well this season. And you're not even fighting for top 6 right now, Leipzig. So, yeah, you're not really playing that great of football. I think Freiburg is ready to try and take the next step and play in Europe. So I like Freiburg at home here. Both teams to score over 2.5, but that's a given. It's Germany.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that number probably sucks. It's probably minus.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even mention it.
Next one, we got Union Berlin versus Leverkusen. Now, I haven't been putting Leverkusen games on because none of them have really been bettable. No. Leverkusen's money line is minus 190. That's been the most bettable number since they played Bayern and beat the shit out of them. So I like Leverkusen over 1.5 to make it even more. I think it goes down to minus 115 then, which is super bettable, especially with how Leverkusen's been handling their business in Bundesliga. They've been saying fuck defense recently, it seems. They even like going down in games and then coming back and making it really dramatic. Shit happened again late. So I like both teams to score and Leverkusen money line to get the plus sign, or even easier, Leverkusen over 1.5. Jeremy Frimpong is still balling. He scored first today. Grimaldo is still balling. I was watching him in training go over Xabi Alonso, just different set piece styles, and just watching them talk about it and then just seeing how it actually affected it when they're that good at fucking set pieces is really crazy to see. Grimaldo shots on target and to score assists for me. Wirtz is doing his thing also. I took him for a goal today. I don't know who the fucking idiot was that put him at plus 150. Like he wasn't going to just go bag a brace easily and get an assist. So that was stupid of you, but Leverkusen's cruising. They just have nothing has slowed them down at all. The streak continues of unbeaten, and they're about to shatter it. So this is the game, I think, to shatter everything. Shabby ball, baby.
Yeah, kind of summed it all up nicely there. Leverkusen over 1.5 at minus 115 is definitely a play for me. Boniface did get on and played some minutes today towards the end of the DFB Porcal, so he should be looking to make his way back into the lineup. And then, yeah, like I said, Schick happens. And for real ones who didn't forget 4 years ago, Schick backpacked that Czech team to round of 8 of the Euros with that fucking 50-yard worldie he banged. So the streets don't forget Patrick Schick. He might not get on the score sheet every game. He might not come through for you every single time you need him, but just because he doesn't get you something one game doesn't mean you should go away from Schick. Leg says it every week. Schick happens, and it does. And if you need any further proof that this dude's always going to show up for you in the clutch, you can go see last game when he scored to win the game for Leverkusen instead of settling for a draw. And like I said, go back and watch his run with the Czech Republic in Euros, because that man's nasty. He is a fucking backpack. 2 ACL injuries is why you didn't hear about him for almost 2 years. He was on the sidelines for 18 months after both of his knees exploded, and he's finding his form again. So it's nice to see Schick back healthy.
Big trust. Last German game. Dortmund versus Stuttgart. Stuttgart's rolling again, guys. The Stuttgart Magic is not dead. It is back. Undav, Jarossi are both balling up front. They realized, hey, rather than just only playing one of these guys, what if we just played both of our leading goal scorers up top at the same time? Holy fucking shit, guys. New managerial tactic. Play 2 good players up front. I love it. Good job, Stuttgart. We're back. Dortmund. I couldn't tell you what's a more Dortmund move than choking the next game after absolutely dominating Bayern Munich. The most Dortmund move possible is to lose this game at home to Stuttgart. And it's probably going to be an embarrassing fashion. If Dortmund win this game, I will be stunned and I will say, you know what? Maybe the culture's changed over in Dortmund. because it just looks like it's scripted to be the easiest Stuttgart win. And then everyone looks at Thomas Tuchel like, yo, how the fuck did you lose to this team? So that's how I see it going. Gerassi props, Undav props. If you're soft to score assists, if you're the man to score straight the fuck up. Stuttgart, money line. I think the safer bet would probably be a draw no bet at plus 115. But I ain't no bitch. But on the board, it's going to say draw no bet plus 115 because that is way smarter to do. And that's what I recommend. But I ain't no bitch. So I'm going to take Stuttgart on the money line.
Yeah, I'm going to get fucking stuck with my hand in the cookie jar here and take Dortmund on the money line. It's probably a letdown spot at home after beating Byron on the road 2-0. That game stayed under, by the way. Big trust. Shout out anyone who trusted me on that under 3.5 and plus money. But yeah, Dortmund on the money line at plus 125 is just looking a little too nice for me. Unless they don't start Daniel Mullen again. If they don't start Daniel Mullen again, I'm probably going to be out on Dortmund.
We got Champions League in 4 days, buddy. You think they're starting Daniel Mullen?
I would. They're not. Are they in top 4?
Shit, I would start him and Adeyemi.
Are they playing Champions League
up front too?
Fuck it. Are they playing Champions League football next year? If not, then they have to start everybody and win this fucking game.
Well, they could win Champions League and then they'd be playing.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Also, they are in Champions League currently.
Oh, are they? They finally got out of that 6th place, huh?
Yeah, they're in 4th.
Good for them.
But Leipzig's 3 points behind them. So if they drop points here, like they will, Leipzig will be tied with them. And they have a better goal differential. So
I don't know. Yeah, Dortmund's been on a rip recently. Fucking winning 5 games in a row. I don't know. I'm just gonna trust them.
This is where they get you, buddy. Right after a Bayern Munich win,
you're probably right. I started the segment by saying you're probably right, and I'm going to have my hand caught in the cookie jar. But
all right, I have 4 more games, and they're from 4 different parts of the world. First one, we're going to France. It's Lille versus Marseille.
We don't respect Marseille away.
What'd you say? You don't respect Marseille away?
We don't respect Marseille away.
Yeah, see, this is why I'm torn because besides Jonathan David, there's nothing about this Lille team that looks positive. Jonathan David is the top scorer in 2024, though, in Ligue 1 through the first, 3 months. So Jonathan David's hot. So both teams to score. It might be a play for me here. I know we're not supposed to respect Marseille away, but it looks like such a nice money line or draw no bet to take. Aubameyang maybe for the goal scorer and just get me out of there with a little 1-0 win.
I need Sarr to play to trust Marseille at all because Aubameyang
Marseille also lost another center back.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I can trust Marseille without 2 center backs, without fucking Sarr playing. But it's not like I trust Lille. I'm not telling you to trust Lille. I'm just saying that if you need to play this game, make sure that Sarr is playing with Aubameyang because that definitely helps up top with what's his name? Cherki in the middle? Is that him? No. How do you fucking say his name?
Cherki's on Lyon, so I don't know who you're talking about.
Sheshki? I don't know. The fucking dude who plays middle for Marseille. When Sarr and Aubameyang are up top, it's something with a CY.
I don't know. I think you might be making that up.
Maybe I am. But anyway, it's not like either of these teams are good. And I got waxed on 3 French picks last week. So I'm not in a huge hurry to go back to France. I think I only ended up playing one of them for real after I saw lineups. But yeah, I'm not in a hurry to go back to France.
Yo, PSG and man down. Hold that, Marseille. Okay. That's all I'll say about that. Next one we're going to Brazil. We got Palmeiras versus Santos. Palmeiras at home. Palmeiras lost the first leg. This is the Paulista preseason cup. But it's a trophy, and this is Brazil, so they want to win. They're down 1-0 on aggregate. They're now playing at their crib. So what I did was like a really smart person, just went and did Palmeiras money line and over 1.5 at -115 because they're much better than the Santos. And if Endrick doesn't fucking start, we riot because I have him to score. And I put it on my board too because it's on Sunday. And if he doesn't play, I will find where this coach lives. I swear to fucking God. Palmeiras money line and over 1.5 people.
Yeah, I mean, Santos almost got relegated last year. This team's in shambles. This isn't the Santos that had Neymar.
He was at the game, though. That's why I think he gave a little magic. They got a little bullshit 1-0 win. But unfortunately, he's not going to be there, and it's at Palmeiras' house now. So
yeah. Yeah, Palmeiras is a wagon. I have them tonight, obviously. So, yeah, I'm going to keep riding Palmeiras.
Next one we have to talk about this one. It's a classic. Over to Scotland. We got Rangers versus Celtic. Rangers at home versus Celtic. Y'all know I'm a Celtic over Rangers guy, unfortunately. I know Rangers and Madrid has like this special relationship that they tried to make online over the last, 14 months. Not really too sure. But managing Madrid was really trying to get in with the Rangers fans. I'm a Celtic guy. I'm sorry. It's hard not to like that team in the classic kits. Matty O'Reilly is just my dog. Shots on target and to score assists for my boy Matty O'Reilly. And I don't care about anything else besides Matty O'Reilly and Celtics money line.
What day is this game on? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
I want to say it was Sunday, but
okay.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Paulinho guy for Celtic. Look, it's always tough to go on the road and play at Ibrox. Rangers has that fucking right back, Taverniers, something like that.
Yeah,
Taverniers, yeah, who takes the PKs, but also like always bombs forward.
Yeah, they got dressers and they got Todd Cantwell too. There's the only people. Oh, and what's his face? Fabio Silva, that absolutely nobody, the Portuguese kid that nobody wants on their team. He's also playing for them too. They have names that I recognize.
The Japanese dude, Firmino on Celtic, right? He plays for Celtic, yeah. So yeah, I mean,
a couple different.
What's up?
I said they have a couple different Asian guys that play up front for them. They have O too or whatever.
Yeah, and they're both studs. So yeah, I fuck with Celtic here heavy. Both teams to score over 2.5.
Yeah, hopefully Carter Verger's got that armband on to make me real confident. But yeah, they have Furuhashi from Japan. Yeah, they got Hyungyu Oh and Jun Yang from South Korea. Yeah, they got a couple. And Maida. Like they have just so many people in their attack. Not to mention their academy. They have a bunch of studs from their academy too. I don't know. Yeah. I like Celtic a lot this year, and Rangers took a little bit of a dip. And Celtic have already beaten them once at home. Wouldn't be surprised to see it again. All right, finally, creme de la creme, guys. We do have a Spanish game for you. The Copa del Rey final. It is being held in Seville. Both of these teams hate traveling away from home. So any of the, they're hosting or, this is a further travel bullshit, I don't care. This is at the bottom of fucking Spain. I think Lisbon is closer to Bilbao than fucking Seville is. So Mallorca's coming from the island. So either way, they got a fucking long trip anytime they got to leave the island. I think that this game is going to be a bloodbath, and I think Vegas has it very fairly set at -150. I think was the number I saw for Bilbao. There's no fucking way. This is the biggest game maybe in Mallorca's entire history, and it's just really sad that Bilbao is going to beat them still.
Mallorca's probably not going to score a goal neither. The
other worst part is that Nico Williams took the day off. My man didn't have to go play in the Bernabeu, so he's just been resting, waiting to beat the shit out of you. Watching frustrated as fuck as his brother just tried to one-man army it against Madrid. Like, damn, I should be out there with him. He's using all that aggression against you now. Enjoy that, Mallorca. So, Nico Williams for me. I'm taking all of his props. Shots on target to score assists, goal straight up, assist straight up. I think it's going to be a Williams brothers masterclass. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got the Williams brother special of like Inaki to assist Nico to assist Inaki for the goal. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing here is Mallorca is just going to sit in a low block the entire game, which they always fucking do. I still think that Bilbao finds a way into the back of the net minimum once, maybe twice. Look, I would really like to like Mallorca, but your coach is a fucking dickhead and you don't play Kyle Larin at all. So what is there to like about your team? Like, I don't need to watch old ass fucking Mariki out there scoring no goals.
Yeah. What's there to like about their team also? Location of the stadium, pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's true. The
Not
island
even the
is
actual
sick.
stadium, just the location.
Yep, the island is sick.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Game-wise, let's get into this wheel. So we're going to have a funky wheel. I'm going to have to play around with it right here because we don't have Spain. And if you think that I prepared the wheel beforehand, you'd be wrong.
you got like fucked up.
Yeah. So you're going to watch me just go ahead and just scoop this La Liga.
You can just turn it into Copa if you want.
Oh, we're just going to count as Copa?
Yeah, we'll just call
All right,
it
we'll
Copa.
count as Copa. All right, La Liga's Copa, guys. Hey, see that gray La Liga? That's Copa. Don't ask questions.
I mean, the bar's right there. You change it. We're over it now. No, we're over it now.
Nah, dude. I couldn't get to it. I had to keep stretching my screen out. It was on like the very edge. It wasn't letting me click it. Yeah, just kidding. We took it out. All right. I'm not gonna take full blame here and say that I choked by not getting either of my double booties, but like if you watch the game, Jude Bellingham and Frimpong both should have scored. Frimpong scored today like a dick instead of over the weekend. So I feel like maybe half a points for play there, but that's not on me. That's on them.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys about Zapata. He had like 5 shots and 2 on target. He just didn't get.
We won't talk about all the penalties that we should have had too against Bilbao. I watched Rodrigo and Bellingham get taken out 3 times in the box.
It was great to see Militao back on the field.
Big facts. I was kind of pissed off we waited so long to sub him on. Couldn't give him like at least 15. We sent him on the 89th minute. That felt fucked up. We put Vasquez on before him. What are we doing? All right, anyway. I'm going to lead off. Let's get it.
Shake it up, stop when the clock is 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
I'm gonna take Lukaku.
Okay.
Lukaku. All right, here you go.
Shake it up, stop when the clock is 13. Sing 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut.
All right, you got EPL. Keep in mind, Man U plays twice.
I'm gonna take Diaz for Pool.
Yeah, I just want you to know that Darwin Núñez is due.
I was between him and just taking Bowen for West Ham because Wolves are complete shambles.
Yeah, I looked at that. We didn't talk about the Wolves game because I immediately checked injuries and I was like, oh yeah, they're still out. Yeah, I don't care. I was like, oh no, Neto and Hwang. Yep, I'm gone. All right, let's get into these standings. I think I went 7 and 8 last week, and I'm a little sad about it, but not that sad. Got all my props in, and again, you can just follow me on Twitter and get the props for free. So it's on you guys now. First one, Man U double chance versus Chelsea -120 at the Bridge. I don't respect Chelsea. Newcastle draw no bet at Fulham +100. I thought that was the safest bet to take in that one. Besides just taking both teams to score because both of these defenses have been atrocious over the last couple weeks. Arsenal moneyline over 1.5 versus Brighton -120. Liverpool moneyline versus Man U -140. Lyon moneyline at Nantes. Yeah, I'm trusting Lyon away +130. Give me those odds. Fuck Nantes. Leverkusen moneyline over 1.5 versus Union Berlin -115. Stuttgart drawn a bet at Dortmund +115. Roma moneyline versus Lazio +120. Bologna moneyline versus Frosinone -115. Napoli moneyline versus Monza -115. That's less trusting Napoli, and Monza fucking blows. Hey, here's talking about Monza versus Napoli. Monza's fucking garbage. Napoli, if you can't beat them, I'm not even going to respect you as a club anymore. I won't even look at any of their games. And I will take all of their fucking shit off of my store, Mike. I swear to God. Juve moneyline versus Fiorentina -125. That just feels like the big brother game. Vlahovic, anytime goal scorer for that. Palmeiras moneyline over 1.5 versus Santos -115. Endrick, anytime goal scorer. PSV and AZ Alkmaar, both teams to score -135. Oh, and my parlay is Endrick to score, Vlahovic to score, Isak to score, And the parlay is just called Wow. All these guys are doing well. Wow.
I don't have 15. I don't know. I could have gotten there if I went and looked at MLS stuff, but I didn't feel like it. So
Ew.
yeah. Luton versus Bournemouth, both teams to score over 2.5. It's like -140. It's a ton of juice, but if you think either of those teams are keeping a clean sheet, good for you. Everton versus Burnley, both teams to score -125. Wolves versus West Ham. I'm going to take West Ham on the draw no bet at +102. Brighton versus Arsenal. Arsenal plus over 1.5 at -120. Man U versus Pool. Pool money line -135. Tottenham versus Nottingham. Both teams to score over 2.5 -120. Roma versus Lazio. Roma money line +123. Empoli versus Torino. I know Torino is not very good away, but Empoli fucking sucks. Give me Torino on the money line at +125. Yep. We cleaned up on Torino money line last week. If you guys remember, I didn't say anything about it being a lock, but I did say it was probably one of my favorite bets on the board at -120. So we got that home. Frosinone versus Bologna. I like both teams to score at -128. I like over 2.5 at -110. Put them together, you get a plus number. Cagliari versus Atalanta. Atalanta, you should be embarrassed after your performance today. So I like Atalanta on the money line, even though it's -140. Atalanta team total over 1.5 is -135. Put those together. Find yourself a plus number if that's your thing. Juve on the money line at -120. Again, asterisk, unless Allegri fucks this lineup again. If Allegri puts out what we saw on Saturday, stay the hell away from that game. Union Berlin versus Leverkusen. Leverkusen over 1.5 being a bettable number at -115 is something we haven't seen in months. I'm going to get caught in the cookie jar here with Dortmund on the money line at +125. And that's all I got for you. Yeah, I'm not going to dig into MLS stuff right now. I don't have the time. I'm more excited for Brazilian Serie A to start because I'm not paying for Apple TV, and I don't like how the MLS stacks 7 games at one time slot. It's 7 p.m. on Saturday. I have and you don't even let me stream multiple screens if I buy the fucking MLS package. So yeah, I'm sorry, MLS. You made your league impossible to cover. So I'll throw out the names of guys who score goals, and it's dupe all day. Other than that, fuck MLS.
Bro, I got a Gazdag and Carranza goal last game in a win. That's how you know
I took him on the Asian
That's
minus.
the same fucking jaunts I take every time.
Yep, I took the Asian handicap of -1.5 at plus fucking 115. So yeah, that's really all you're going to get from me on MLS this season is it's going to be very Union heavy because we actually watch Union games.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't care.
All right, that's all we got for you guys. Make sure you tune in to Oaks. Oaks, you probably don't have a show tomorrow, actually.
No show. Yeah, no show because we got no La Liga. It's just the Copa del Rey, which is great. Also, nice little advantage with fucking City having to play a bunch of games here. Pep is going to use that as an excuse. But what actually ends up happening is you play Madrid and you're going to get blessed up.
Yeah, pretty much how it goes. All right, guys. Make sure what do you got?
UCL show. I'm doing a UCL show. Right. That'll be on my YouTube. So check that out. I will be obviously doing a live one with Leg and Nick as well, which is always great content in addition to what I talk about. So
yeah, I'm aiming for Monday night is what I'm aiming for our UCL show. And cool. I invited another person as well. So I figure less games, I'll put more brains on it. No, it's not Dave. I could get Dave though too if I wanted.
Is it
actually Dave's? I don't know. I think Dave's been getting it going with the ladies or something. He's always got dates and whatnot. Maybe he just doesn't love us the same. Nick is now the favorite of the 2FootTalk channel over the last couple of months because Dave has neglected us. So feel free to clip that and send it to Dave. Make him feel guilty or make him feel a little jealous. We'll see how it works for us. Make sure you follow us at 2FootTalk. That's at TWOFootTalk right down below. Link is down in the description if you are on Twitch or on YouTube. Just scroll right down, click it. Same with following me at A Young Leg. Follow Oaks at BurrOaks77. Links are right down in the description. Make sure you get you guys some drip. You see this shit? You want a fresh ass fucking pineapple? You want a little astronaut pineapple jaw going on? Look at this, off-white. What do you guys know about that? TFTdrip.com. Go ahead, scroll down, click the link, TFTdrip.com. If you're watching on Twitter, go up and click TFTdrip.com, and you send all your money to Young Leg, and I'll give you pineapple shit. All right? What did they say about boats and hoes? Whatever they said with that. Picture me on the boat with pineapple shirts throwing that shit at you, or in a helicopter, whatever works for you guys. Other than that, fuck what you heard.
Is what you're hearing.
2 Foot Talk.
We out.